Win big with new DRF All Access past performances. With one best-in-class product, you now get all 3 past performance formats. Go to DRF.com and use coupon code 1FREEPP for a free single card today.
Hey everybody, Alexa Zepp here with the Daily Racing Form to go over a Pick 3 sequence for this Saturday, October 19th. And there's a lot going on in racing this weekend, especially internationally. We actually have the Everest in Australia, which is a $20 million race, and British Champions Day at Ascot. But we are going to stick in the U.S., stick to the States. Actually, my home state here in Kentucky at Keeneland, they have 2 graded stakes on Saturday, the Perryville and the Raven Run. So this Pick 3 includes both of them. It starts with race 7, which is the grade 3 Perryville, going 7 furlongs on the dirt for 3-year-olds. I am singling in here with Bookham Dano. This horse is so impressive. He's the most successful son of Sire Bucaro. He's never done worse than 3rd place in his 9 starts, and he's won 6 of them. He's won almost $1 million, and his speed figures are just way faster than anybody else in here. He's so versatile. He's run well at multiple distances, just like his dad, who won on multiple surfaces. He tends to want to close from off the pace, but is also one from being on or right near the lead before. So I really love this horse, and I'm singling him. This pick sequence, I think, does have the potential to be chalky. So I'm keeping this ticket really cheap and playing it multiple times. Race 8 is an allowance race going 1 1/16 miles on the turf for 3-year-olds and up. I'm using 2 in here. The number 3 Irish Aces at 9-2 morning line odds is a very consistent stalker type who won the tap at Kentucky Downs, and then they brought him right back a week later in the Mint Million, where he really didn't have quite as good a performance. A few trainers did that this year, brought them back on short rest to try to grab those big giant purses at Kentucky Downs. Now, his speed figure in the Mint Million was still a lifetime best with a 95 buyer, but he just didn't show us that typical oomph in the stretch that he has. But now he's had plenty of rest and should be really fresh on Saturday. I'll also use the number 12, Taking Candy, 7-2 morning line, from the Cherie DeVoe barn, who she is on fire everywhere, but especially at Keeneland. She's won 1/3 of her races. And Taking Candy has also won about half of his races, being 1st or 2nd in every one of his last 4 starts. And steadily improving his figures every single start. He should be on the lead, and there's not a whole lot of pace pressure in here, so it should be a pretty comfortable spot for him and give him the advantage. The only other major threat in here, in my opinion, is the 10 Dripping Gold. I have chosen to leave him off the ticket because, again, I want to keep it really cheap in case it does chalk out. But if you're looking for a safer bet, you can throw the 10 Dripping Gold in the mix. And finally, race 9 is the feature on the card, the grade 2 Raven Run Stakes, going 7 furlongs on the dirt for 3-year-old fillies. I'm using 3 in here, starting with the number 1, Fibber, 10-1 odds. This race, I think, is the race where we potentially could grab a price. But she most recently got 2nd place in the grade 3 Dogwood, 5 lengths behind my man Squeeze, who's also running today. Chris Hartman claimed her 4 races ago for $100,000, and he's really improved her now with that start in the Dogwood and 2 wins before that. All 3 starts have been the fastest races she's ever run. She has a bullet work coming into the race today, so she is just really looking like she's the best she's ever been. Her speed figures say she belongs with this crew. The number 5, Emery, is the favorite, morning line odds of 7-5. And she's a formidable favorite in here for sure. She's won 4 of 6 of her lifetime starts. And the only 2 she lost were grade 1 races, both over muddy or sloppy tracks. She got 2nd in the grade 1 test last out at Saratoga, just 2 lengths behind the very talented horse Ways and Means, who, for context, ran in the Kentucky Oaks this year and is going to be a contender, likely the favorite in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint for $1 million at the World Championships. So she is no joke in here, Emery. She's got very quick early pace and likes to stalk the leader and grind them down. I'll throw one more price in the mix, the number 7 Minx Palace with a 12-1 morning line, who won last out by a head over Ripperton and Vivi's Dream, who are both also running in this race again. She has never run against Stakes Company, so this is definitely going to be the toughest field she's ever gone against. Her normal jockey, Luis Saez, is riding My Main Squeeze in here instead, so she does get Jose Ortiz, but he's ridden her once before and it was to victory, so I'm not super concerned about the jockey switch up. I like her progression. I like her improving speed figures, and I think she's a really live potential long shot in here. So this ticket costs $6 for $1. It's very cheap. I'm going to play it 5 times, making it a $5 pick 3 for $30 total. Best of luck to you this weekend. Best of luck to you on this pick 3.